at long last, nakita ng national government at unti-unti nakikita ng mga Cagayano what we're really trying to do for the province, no? Yung long-term na plano natin to save our province. That's why I kept on saying, let's save the province. Because yung incessant and recurring problem natin on flooding and worsening at that, it has to stop or at least diminish as we go on, no? That's why from the very start, nakita nyo naman doon sa kwan natin sa ating Kaganda 2025, nakalagay na doon yung holistic approach in solving the flooding problem and the denudation of our forests. I talk of holistic because there's so much, no? There are a lot of activities that should be done, and one of these is the dredging for the restoration of the Cagayan River. And it is our boon and our bane, no? Alam naman natin yan, na naging civilization was introduced to us through the Cagayan River. And we became part of the world because of the Cagayan River. And we will continue being part of the world, no, if we preserve and restore the Cagayan River. And we may not realize it now, but pagdating ng next generations, maniwala kayo, they saw what we did for them by saving our river and ultimately saving our province and reconnecting our province to the entire world. Kaya sabi ko, I will not go wrong with this. I was not motivated of money or anything for this. We did this because we needed it. Kaya ako yung nagpapasalamat na unti-unti nare-realize ng mga Cagayano, no? Most especially the national government, because nobody wanted this nung una, because it became very controversial, no? It came to the point na ayaw ng kaparian. It also was a way of, diba? It also caused the demise or the end of political careers because it destroyed some of our politicians. But in the long run, sabi ko nga, if ipresenta lang natin sa tao yung tama, makikita nila. Especially now na ini-start na. No, we have just opened, no, again the dredging or the restoration of the next 8 kilometers, no. So we have the first 8 kilometers nag-start na, and then the next 8 kilometers na dredging na naman mag-i-start na rin because we are now offering it, no, for dredging again. And of course the river channel, no, that will start from the mouth of the river until the first 32 kilometers of the dredging zone of our river. Naka-open na rin po lahat yan because pinapaspasan natin ito because we need it. And can you imagine if the Cagayan River becomes navigable in due time? No? Mapapaspasan natin lahat ito. And this is not the only thing that we could get out of it. No? Hindi lang maging navigable, we open our port of Aparri, our only connection to the world. No? And a lot of people are always asking for this because it will open up markets for all of us. So palagi ko sinasabi ito. But sabi ko, there are kinks, there are also bottlenecks along the way. And elections will be by 2022. And elections are always divisive. And so we will be divided again right here in the provincial government. No? Alam niyo, ang provincial government, whether you like it or not, it's a chop suey. It's a hodgepodge of a lot of political interests. No? May mga... And I know that. Ay, alam ko yung realidad na yan. May mga tao ng mga ex-governors dito na hanggang ngayon, nandiyan pa rin. But please, no? Because last time, may mga saboteurs. May mga nagsasabotahe. Akala nila what I'm trying to do is for me, for my political career. No, just to perpetuate myself here. Pero I have short, long-term, medium-term plans. I did it in my town. Kung ano-anong ginagawa nila sa amin, 2 kapatid ko ang pinatay nila. We have our defeats too. We have our highs and lows. Roller coaster din yung buhay namin sa politika doon. But hindi ko iniwanan kung anong gusto kong gawin sa Tuaw. Dahil yung iiwanan ko doon, kung matalo man ako sa politika, I am hoping na i-continue nila because I did it because I have the best of intentions for my people. No? Natalo nun si Mar Rojas na sinuportahan ko. Nakaumang yung irrigation namin doon na 4.3 billion. Hindi ko napapondohan under Noynoy Aquino noon, President Noynoy, because Enrile was there. Sabi niya na hindi dapat papondohan yan. I had my bridge, unang-una, nakaumang na, naumpisahan ko na noong panahon ni GMA. Noong nandyan si Enrile as Senate President, he realigned 200 million of my 600 million bridge. Yun yung una niyang ginawa. I talked with the President, sir. Eto, tapos na to. This is the only bridge that will connect. This is the only permanent bridge across the Chico River. It will connect provinces. It will connect regions. At wala tayong ginawang bridge yan, sir. Sabi ko, mula noon, there is no major infrastructure project sa Kalinga and even Apayao because of insurgency. Now is our time. So, nireplenish nila yung nirealign ni Enrile. Noon pa, congressman pa ako, I already started working for the Chico River pump irrigation project in Tuaw. No? Tinabaho ko yan, pati CDF ko, ginagamit ko, mag-topo survey, mag-engineering survey, lahat. And I was able to prepare it. Umabot yan sa NEDA board, where the president is the chairman. Pero si Enrile, pinuntahan niya si Alcala, kabarka-barkada pa kami noon, na one day pupunta si Alcala sa akin, Secretary Alcala of Department of Agriculture, sabi niya sa akin, man, and I will tell you now, ang first na build under Duterte administration is the Chico River Pump Irrigation Project because it's prepared. Nandun na. So I got it. Hindi ko binoto si Duterte, hindi ko sinuportahan si Duterte, and yet, inuna nila yung pump irrigation. You go to Tuaw now and you will see kung anong klaseng activity nangyayari ngayon doon. Because this is the only time makapagtrabaho sila ng gusto dahil maganda ng weather. Punong-puno ng bulldozer doon, punong-puno ng backhoe, punong-puno ng kahit anong. You go there. And this is the same thing that we want for our province. This is not for 1 year, for 2 years. This is for the generations that will come after us. That is why we started it. That's why we're so incessant about it. That is why we are passionate about what we want to do. No? Kahit na ikabatay ko ito, ilalabang ko ito. Na akong pakialam. Dahil this will save the next generations of Cagayanos. And this will connect us to the world. And this will make us the gateway of international trade in the north. I'm not only talking of Cagayan, I am talking of the entire northern Luzon. Baka akala nyo, inggit na inggit ang Isabela sa atin. Ang Ilocos, inggit na inggit sila because we will open our port. That is why I'm telling you this because ang politika ko hindi pang eleksyon lang. Ang politika ko is mahaba. I was telling you noon pa, I'm a medical doctor. Hindi po ako pulpul na medical doctor. I passed my board. I am also a student leader. I am also the head of a fraternity at the College of Medicine and Surgery in UST. Hindi naman siguro ako mag-leader ng mga doktor kung aanga-anga ako. But I did not earn a single cent sa pagdodoktor. It was free. So I chose to be in public service. Punta ako dito, hindi pagpayaman. Punta ako dito to set a standard and to set a direction for a lost Cagayan. Hindi ko nilabanan si Enrile, hindi ko nabanan si GMA, si Estrada, si Marcos, for nothing. We did this because we need a good leader in the province and I want to provide that for our people. Kaya yung mga saboteurs doon na wala lang ginawa kundi isabotahe yung second Yung second term ko, they were here, but they chose not to help out. Ang pakiusap ko, we will be divided in the coming days again. By October 1, siguro, kandidato na naman kami. And huwag lang kayong paggamit para hindi naman masira yung gusto natin gawin para sa ating probinsya. Kung ano man yung ginagawa natin lahat ngayon dito, this is not for me. This is for all of us and our countrymen and our province mates, especially the Cagayanos. So, how can I be with some of them? I just look, no? I have 8 ombudsman cases. No? 8 dito, 7 dito galing kay Vice Governor. Noon pa, gusto na ako ipatanggal. Pa-suspend. Kung ano-anong kaso yung pinail nila. Ito yung buhay lang. Yung mga patay na dahil nag-dismiss na, may 5 na. I don't mind. O bakong pinailan na naman ako sa RTC ni Enrile, cyber libel, dalawa kami ni Sending. O, yung president lang ko, pinailan na naman ako sa ombudsman ng cyber libel din, dalawa kami ni Sending. Gusto lang nilang I will succumb to their wishes. My God, pinatay nila mga kapatid ko, I never succumb. Because I have the best of intentions. Ito po yung kapital ko mula nung pumasok ako sa politika. Magandang hangarin, magandang kalooban, magandang ehemplo sa mga tao. And I will continue doing this. I do not choose to have adversaries, but I chose to get people with me for a better future for our children. Ito po. Kaya kahit sino makalabang ko, presidente ba yan, Senate Press, walang pakialam, basta tama yung ginagawa ko. Makibato nga, kuwaray ni Anya, basta ustuter aramidi. Kuwaray makipin na tayo, kuwaray patayin na siya, basta ustuter aramidi. And I will continue doing this. Now, we will be divided. Ngayon pa lang sinabi ko na, ikaw boy, never na maging vice governor kita, palalabanan na naman kita. And I will never stop because you do not deserve after doing all these things sa akin. It's not personal, but I have showed them how to govern. I have showed them how to be honest. I have showed them how to be efficient. I have showed them that I have plans for my province and my people. But they never saw that. Ang nakikita nila, yung mawala ako dito para gawin nila yung gusto nila. I will never succumb to that. Wala nung kayo'y nandito. Your vice governor here and your board members never enjoyed what they are now enjoying under my administration. Na tama. They may have enjoyed stealing from government, but the perks that they have now, never na nangyari in the past. But for the service of our people and for what is good for our people. Kailan naman sila nag-enjoy na mayroong 15 million sila na infra, yung vice governor, 5 billion kada board member. Alam nyo naman yan. Kailan naman sila nag-enjoy na meron silang 10 na mga JOs and casuals sa bawat opisina nila. Meron din nun, pero nakalista lang. Pinipera nila. Hindi ako papayag ng gano'n. Kailangan sumisweldo dahil nagtatrabaho. Dahil nakikita dito. Dahil kasama siya sa atin. Nag-uniforme din siya. And he's identified with us because he is a warm body doing his responsibility to our province and to our people. Ito po. Kaya sabi ko, we will be divided again because we could not avoid division during elections. But I hope that this division will not be a permit for you to sabotage what we are trying to do for our people in our province. No? Yun lang po importante sa atin. Dahil itutuloy natin ito. Lahat ng ginagawa natin no? Especially now when our people need us most because of the pandemic, no? Because they lost their jobs, no? They lost some opportunities, but we are also trying to create opportunities for them. No? Imagine niyo ito. Pag nabuksan natin yung puerto natin, na-connect natin ang ating probinsya to supply what is needed by our neighbors, my God. No? Unlimited ang pwede nating isupply sa kanila na pwede nating i-produce dito sa atin. Na kaya nating i-produce. No? Supply yung sinasabi, 1.3 billion ang Chinese. And none of them even dream of working in the farm because it's one of the hardest and the lowest paid. No, napakahirap ang mag-farming, pero napakababa ang kita. So saan sila doon ayaw mag-farmer? That's where we come in. Produce what they need out of our agriculture, our aquaculture, our livestock. Because we have young people who could do that. And all developed countries in the world now started as agrarian. Bago sila naging agri-industrial, bago sila naging highly industrial. That is how it goes, ang development. Maging farmer ka muna, maging food production ka muna, before you can produce cell phones, before you can produce lighters, we can produce cars and planes. Diba? Even the Industrial Revolution, ganun. That's how they started. Even China, especially China, no? Purely agrarian muna yan. And this is the same thing. Mangyayari din po sa atin yan. And we will go through it. But along the way, no, we could have jobs for our people. We could have food on the table of our people. And along the way, no, we could teach new skills for our people. Ito po yung gustong gawin natin ngayon, but we have to start it now because the opportunity is here. No? I say this because, of course, yung problema na kulang sila sa bata, sa kabataan, mas marami yung matatanda sa kanila, pinepreparahan na rin po nila yan. Yung one-child policy nila noon, ginagawa ng two-child policy. Para in 10, 20, 30 years, they will have young people again who could work and take care of the old. Ganun po yan. Japan has stagnated. In fact, it has zero growth now. Magne-negative ang Japan. Why? Because they do not have young people. They only have old people who cannot even work now. Ganun po ang development. And now we are here. No, but we have to open the market. That's why, palagi yung sinasabi, we're not only saving our province from floods and devastation, but we are also creating opportunity by opening up our port. So, ilagay nyo yan na perspective. Si Manuel Mamba hindi tatagal dito. I will be going on my last term. Hindi ho ako tatagal dito. But the idea may stick with us because, diba, it creates a better opportunity and a better future, not just for ourselves, but more so sa mga anak natin. And this is what we're trying to do. At tulad yung Kalayan, sabi ko, gawin natin probinsya. Hindi sa ayaw kong Kalayan. Gusto ko matulungan ng gusto. Yung tinutulong natin, 20, 30, 40 million, hindi pwedeng ganun ang tutulong sa Kalayan. Noon ba sinasabi ko na, let's make it as a province katulad ng Batanes. Meron na silang airport doon, may seaport na sila. We are nearest to China, the #1 provider now of tourists in the world. Eh kung pinasok ng turista yan, naku, hindi mo na maintindihan kung ano mangyayari sa Kalayan. That's why sabi ko, bakit hindi natin bigyan ng opportunity? Noon pa, sinasabi ko, let's create new congressional districts. Let us have 5 congressional districts. And if Calayan becomes a province, it will have a governor, 6 mayors at least, and a congressman. Can you imagine yung makukuha lahat niyan? Kung magawa natin yan. And of course, we have 5 districts here in the province. My God! Yung Isabela nga, may 6 na distrito na. magkano ang nakukuha ng bawat distrito sa Congress because they have 6 congressmen instead na 4 lang noon. Tayo, tatatlo pa lang hanggang ngayon. In due time, mas malaki tayo sa Isabela. Maniwala kayo sa akin when we open the port. Wala yung Isabela na yan sa atin. Anak lang ng Cagayan yan. Always bear that in mind. Cagayan is Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, and Quirino before. That is your Cagayan. Kaya anak natin lang yung mga yan. Pero tayo nahuli because we close our connection to the world. That is why, please, no? Hindi si Manuel Mamba ito, it's the idea na nilagay natin dito. And I hope makita nyo yun. No? Do not be saboteurs sa progreso dahil lang sa bata kayo ni ganito, bata kayo ni ganyan, bata kayo ni hindi. No? Bata kayo ng matinong tao, ng matinong idea. From the very start, sinabi ko yan sa inyo, do not be loyal to me. Be loyal to what I represent, what I stand for, what I will do for the province. I do not need your loyalty to my person. I've told you that for so many times. And I will continue saying that. But I will have to insist on what I know is best for my people and my province. Marami na akong masabi. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo yung mga kaso ko. Baka gusto nyong kumabila dahil matatanggal akong governor. Naku, hindi po ako matatalo kahit anong eleksyon. Maniwala kayo. Why? Because our people have matured enough. Because we organized them, we capacitated them, we empowered them to make good choices. And I know, our province mate had matured so much. So, ang importante lang dyan is let's continue with doing the same. Because democracy's secret are leaders. Good leaders. That's why we have to teach our people to choose good leaders so that we have good governance and a better future for our children. So maraming salamat na naman sa pakikinig nyo. Thank you so much, Al, for being here. Ewan ko kung magko-congressman ka. Siguro lang pag na-separate natin. Pero let's see. So, because really, we will be divided again. But I know, sana you choose what is right. Not just for yourself, but for your children and the generations of Cagayanas that will come after us. Thank you and good morning to all of you.